guys and girls, it's Nathan here from the Be Invested headquarters, and today I want to talk a little bit about all those people that are out there hating on property investors. I'm seeing more and more of it out there, which is happening out there in the marketplace. And I think I could break it down into two parts of it. The first one is the poor people that are misinformed by the media, because they start watching the media, they believe everything they see in the media. They probably think Kim Kardashian's pretty elegant. They probably think that Married at First Sight's where they should go and get their relationship advice from, and Home and Away is a real place. So there's a lot of people out there that are getting misinformation within the marketplace, that are being fearful or whatever. You've got other people which could be out there that feeling that they can't get into the property market. Prices are rising, things are getting too hard for people to get into the marketplace, and they're just hating because they're being told from the media, they're getting told from the resources that they're listening to that the property market's too high, the investors are buying up, etc., etc. There's lots of reasons as to why, and a lot of these things that are coming out through the media are purely campaigns for political parties, political reasons, political things that are happening, and they're all sort of agendas that are being thrown around to sort of disinform and use it as a sword to attack their opponent. If you want to ask me what my view is of the property market and why people can't get into the property market, it's got nothing to do with property. It's got no difference between Liberal or Labor that's going to get in. They're not going to save your ass. It's not because of property investors. It's not because of anything like that. It all comes down to the monetary supply and the monetary system, and that is the thing that is flawed. We've had too much money printing happening out there. We've got fiat currency, which changed in 1971. Our monetary system, whenever we want any more money, we just print more money. And I actually did a post on this recently on social media talking about people that 20 years ago they had $20 in their pocket and they have the same $20 or a $20 note today, and they feel that it's the same $20. The only difference is that back in the past you could have bought paddle pops at 80 cents, now they're $2.50. You could have bought loaves of bread cheaper, you could have bought orange juice cheaper. You could have bought a bag of chips for $2 as well. When's the last time you bought a bag of chips for $2? Because they've gone up in value, and that's because the dollar is crashing. Property is a tangible asset that gets traded in the market, and I think a lot of people blame the fact of a property investor and go, these property investors, we need to charge them, they're being dodgy, they're doing that, they're doing the next thing. But in reality, it doesn't bother me as an investor because I have the fundamentals correct in my portfolio. I fundamentally invest into property to have a strong cash flow, to buy the right assets, which will survive throughout any market. They can put the taxes up, they can take the taxes away. It ain't going to really change the way that I live my life. It's not because of me buying 200 odd properties that's caused the house prices to increase. It's purely the monetary system. We're seeing at the moment liquidity getting sucked out of the market. The banks, central banks around the world, which are taking liquidity back out of the marketplace, which is heading into a deflationary stage. And if it was all to do with a property investor, if it was always to do with me, if it was all to do with any other sort of property investor, well, how come the property market moves? And it's all moving because there's money out there to be thrown around in the property and to be invested in and to see the prices rise. And the last decade has seen some tremendous sort of price rises, but we've seen those cycles beforehand. I've seen all these people coming out and pointing fingers and saying, property investor this, property investor that. At the end of the day, you need to take charge of your own financial future, your own future, and being educated, being well informed, having the knowledge, understanding how things work is the only way that you're going to be able to make a decision for yourself. If you think you're going to get all the answers from watching any of the news outlets, it's not going to happen. If you think you're going to get the answers from speaking to someone with a vested interest, it's probably not going to happen. No one has a more vested interest in your well-being than yourself, and I think it's important that everyone becomes knowledgeable on how things work so they can make choices and make decisions on their own grounds. If your decision is to be hating on people, then that's fine. But if I went and hated on everything in life, I'm not going to get too far. I'm not going to achieve much in my life. I'm not going to be able to understand. I'd rather be learning, getting knowledge and actioning on that knowledge to take advantage of my personal situation, to put myself in the best situation that I can be in. I'm seeing a lot of negative comments out there. I'm seeing a lot of haters out there. I'm seeing a lot of people saying, Nathan's going to fall down. Nathan's going to collapse. That's the other aspect to it as well. Why are all these people coming out of the woodwork? And I find it quite humorous because those haters that, right, and if you're probably watching this, you'll probably say something on the bottom of the video, which will be funny anyway. But when you're doing that, what you're actually doing is boosting my ranking on YouTube and through SEO and through Google to push my videos up anyway, right? There's a lot of people out there, for those of you that, you know, don't write all that crap on the videos, which are probably thinking, why is Nathan talking about this? Because it's just fact. There's a lot of negative dislikes happening. There's a lot of people disliking my videos. Dislike my videos all you want. It's going to push my video up anyway. But I see a lot of people out there that are wishing bad things upon me. They think that I've been this bad person that's come out in the marketplace and bought all these properties, and I'm highly leveraged and I've got all this debt and the bubble's going to pop and I'm going to lose my shirt and all of that stuff out there. The reality of it is that I've been investing in properties in Sydney when they're $110,000, $120,000 and $130,000, which I own those properties today. For me as an investor, I accumulate assets when I can afford to. I buy assets when I can afford to. I make sure I don't put myself in a position which the rent covers the expenses, so I can afford to go and buy more assets where they're affordable. And you know, there's people out there that speculate on property. There's people out there that, you know, don't have a strategy or whatever the case may be. So if you're a hater and you want to write something on it, so first and only time I'm going to talk about this, keep writing away. It actually does benefit me, but doesn't change anything, because I want to make sure that the people that are watching this, that want to improve their own personal situation, get ahead with their own lives. Property is a vehicle. There's 25 million people in this country. We're a growing country. We're a young country. We need more property to be created. And we don't have enough property here to support everyone that's here in the country already or about to come to the country. So, you know, property prices will continue to rise. The real reason why property prices keep rising is because the money that we use is very dirty, it's fake, it's getting devalued very quickly, and it's not just the cost of property, it's the cost of your Big Mac meal, it's the cost of your cheeseburger, it's the cost of your petrol, it's the cost of a newspaper, it's the cost of everything is rising. And you know, the corporations are to blame for this, the central banks around the world are to blame for this, the media is to blame for it, but everyone's looking for a finger to blame. But when you can really take control of your own personal life and take control of your own position and arm yourself with the knowledge, that's when you're going to be able to, you know, break free of the system and break free of needing to point fingers and blame. But just a little bit from my side as my view as to why property investors are getting a dirty word out there and you're getting blamed. I think there's a lot of games being played out there, guys. So good luck with your investing. Keep hustling away. And I'm waiting for some more negative comments. We'll catch up soon. Have an awesome day. Bye for now.